What would the world look like if every woman who dared to dream big could reach her fullest potential? Where would we be if all visionaries had a space to develop, mold, and set their ideas free? We are that space. We are that community. Open and diverse, vibrant and unafraid, allies to trailblazers, believing in the potential of all impact entrepreneurs, always reaching backward, pulling each other up, smashing all ceilings.
When we play the game,
we define the rules,
seeking solutions to our Earth's greatest problems. When the world shouts out in need, our innovators answer, manifesting the unbelievable into the tangible. Starting from nothing and building, staring down all possibilities, pushing aside all improbabilities.
refusing to be defeated,
adapting and evolving into something much bigger than ourselves, using the full force of bold creations to keep the momentum rippling and rising. If there is a way, we will find it. If there's a solution, we will discover it. Magnifying voices that should not be ignored, providing light to hopes that should not be buried. We may come from different cultures. We may hold different beliefs. We may have different identities, but together we are building the foundations of a global awakening where everyone has a chance to flourish, where powerful sparks are transformed into concrete realities, where innovative creations are pushed across the world by the strongest of currents, amplifying the endless potential of humankind.
Hello everyone. Hello. It's very nice to see you all, or not see you all because of the light. I'm Vincent Durand, director and partner at Hello Tomorrow. It's a real honor for me to introduce once again this session on stage. Since 2006, the Cartier Women's Initiative has been empowering women entrepreneurs worldwide. Through their regional and thematic awards, they spotlight talented impact entrepreneurs. They fund them, but they also bring them together, building a vibrant community of change makers. And for the past 4 years, Cartier Women's Initiatives and Hello Tomorrow have been joining forces in the creation of the Science and Technology Pioneer Award, where we target these women entrepreneurs at the forefront of scientific and technological innovation. And indeed, as you know, to tackle these global challenges we are all facing, our societies, our planet, and our businesses and people, we do need everyone. The sad truth is that we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Sorry. You've seen that maybe already on stage, but when you look at the startups that apply to the Hello Tomorrow Global Challenge, only half of them have women in their founders team. So this is why we think that the Science and Technology Pioneer Award is so necessary, and this is why we are proud for the 4th time to support it. And it's now my real pleasure to welcome on stage Dr. Jamie Soon Castellut from EssilorLuxottica. She's a scientist, she's an expert in innovation, in strategy, in IP management. She's definitely, and for a while now, fervent support of the Science and Technology Pioneer Award from Cartier Women's Initiative. And she's also a jury member of this award. And so please, she will introduce the session. She will also introduce the 3 amazing speakers that will join this stage for you and with you. Thank you very much. Please enjoy these pitches and see you later.
So I'm really happy to be a part of the Hello Tomorrow network for almost 5 years now. And I'm also very honored to serve as a jury member for Cartier Women's Initiative. Because when I see what all of you deep tech entrepreneurs are doing, it gives me hope for our future. So it all started with a vision, a world where every women impact entrepreneur driving change can achieve her full potential. The CWI is an annual international entrepreneurship program that aims to drive change by empowering women impact entrepreneurs. Founded by Cartier in 2006, the program is open to women-run and women-owned businesses from any countries and sectors that aim to have a strong and sustainable social and/or environmental impact. When I first discovered the CWI program, I had wrongly thought that the financial support was the most valuable part of the program. And having experienced the program, I realized that while the financial part is indeed interesting, the social and human capital support is invaluable. And just like well-managed money, it grows year after year. So today there are 9 regional awards and 2 thematic awards. The Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Award, which is the only category open to men entrepreneurs, as well as the Science and Technology Pioneer Award, where I'm proud to be a jury member for. The Science and Technology Pioneer Award highlights disruptive solutions built around unique technological and scientific advances requiring long research cycles and time to market. So today I'm pleased to welcome 3 CWI fellows of the Science and Technology Pioneer Award to pitch their breakthrough solution here. And it will be a 4 minutes pitch per fellow, followed by a short panel discussion. If you have any questions for the fellows, they will just be outside the hall at the end of the session for a 30 minutes networking session. So without further ado, I would like to welcome our 2023 fellow, Liv Anderson, CEO and co-founder of BioXerox on stage. Liv, so growing up in northern Sweden, you experienced firsthand how climate change had an impact on reindeer migration patterns and hindering their food access. So you founded BioXerox in 2021 with the goal to decarbonize the construction industry. So let's hear it from you.
Thank you very much, Jamie.
I think so.
Hi, everyone. I'm Liv Anderson, founder and CEO of BioXerox. We're a team of scientists, architects, engineers, and manufacturers determined to combat climate change. We're based in Cambridge, UK, and we are here to make hard materials carbon negative. Sometimes the hardest problems are the most worth solving. Materials like cement, fired clay, stone, and marble are responsible for almost 11% of our global emissions due to the extraction, processing, and transportations associated with them. We are here to make these emissions a thing of the past. Instead of extracting natural resources, we replicate nature's own way of making them. But while materials like stone take millions of years to form in nature, we do this in a matter of days. And the best part? It's carbon negative. We use bacteria and circular waste for our process. We can replace materials like cement in concrete manufacturing and replicate premium materials like natural stone. The reagents we use are available globally and can be sourced as cheaply as cement. Our data-driven process allows us to tailor both strength and porosity of our materials. This enables hyper-local, carbon-negative manufacturing to replace our most used materials made directly into their final shapes and sizes. Given the broad applicability of our technology, we're looking to license it to existing manufacturers. We offer initial trials in a containerized solution. This comes at low costs, low risks, and enables the manufacturers to trial this without disrupting their existing manufacturing lines. Once manufacturers have gained confidence in our technology, they can then break it out into their existing factories. We have secured over £1 million in government funding and secured LOIs with some of UK's largest manufacturers. We're now scaling our technology and are looking to complete our first on-site trials in 2025. My ask today is to connect with sustainability-driven manufacturers, asset owners, and architects for initial manufacturing trials and on-site installations. We are Bioseroc, a forward-thinking company where nothing is set in stone, except our materials. Thank you very much.
Amazing. So next, I would like to welcome our 2023 fellow, Eddie Yehezkeli, CEO and co-founder of Fabumin, on stage. Eddie, you're very interested in food, and more particularly on the environmental impacts of food production. So when you realize that aquafaba, which is the discarded water from cooking legumes, functions just like eggs in a recipe, you just couldn't pass up the business opportunity to start Fabumin. So let's hear it from you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. My name is Adi, and I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Fabumin, and we are turning waste into gold. Now, so let's start with challenges. The legume industry pours million cubes of wastewater down the drain every day. The result is a heavy load on the sorting system and tremendous loss of fresh water. This water, called aquafaba, discovered 10 years ago as a magical raw material that can replace eggs. Really? Really, I swear. At the same time, the egg industry leaves a huge environmental footprint. This is what it takes to raise one single egg. It's insane. It also contains allergens, pathogens, and the risk for salmonella. Our solution, Fabumin. We dry this wastewater into a functional powder that binds, emulsifies, and it foams exactly like egg. Looking at our patent technology, our technology located on site, inside the lagoon factory. There, we evaporate 80% of the water, cool them off, return to the factory for reuse, completing circular economy. The left 20% are moving for final drying and then grinding into a powder. Our business model is joint venture with the lagoon factories. There, they will take care of the production, and we handle the marketing and the customer support. This is our roadmap for scaling. Today, we are in TRL 6, meaning we produce dozens of kilos of powder. Our next milestone will be a demo facility. There we will be able to dry volume of 1 ton powder per day. The market for us is huge. We aim to penetrate at first to the bakery industry, which holds 45% of the egg powder market, and then phase 2 to the emulsifier market. Today, we have traction with 14 different companies that testing our powder and adopted it into their recipes. Luckily, there are more competitors in the market that are trying to solve these egg issues. They're the traditional egg replacement, the liquid aquafaba with all the limitation of liquids, and there is a powdered aquafaba, but it's very highly priced. So Fabumin is affordable, sustainable, clean label, and multifunctional raw material. Now, we are raising $2 million to build our first demo facility. The production cost of 1 kilo of Fabumin is $2.50, while the selling price is between $15 to $20 per kilo, similar to the egg powder. To meet my amazing team, I couldn't do it without them. And for my last, this is my last slide. We're an impact company. We're here to make a difference. This is what we're going to save in 1 year of production. Thank you so much.
Excellent. So next, I would like to welcome on stage our 2021 fellow, Dr. Christina Gang, CEO and co-founder of Agora Energy Technologies. Christina, so when you started developing this technology, what you had in mind was actually thinking of how mankind could use the CO2 on Mars to produce electricity. And then one day you realized that planet Earth needs this solution more urgently, and you answered the call with Agora Energy Technologies. So let's hear it from you.
Thank you so much. Well, a girl got a great dream. So, hello everybody. It's my pleasure to be here to present our technologies. We were here 2 years ago at Grand Winners, and since then we made quite a lot of progress. And what I'm going to present you now is a company that turns the page on the way we generate electricity. In a way, the CO2, the very culprit that really pollutes our atmosphere, will be the source of the energy of tomorrow. So the two major problems, you know them, CO2 accumulation with an increase in temperature associated with it, and the more and more increasing needs for energy. As a matter of fact, in a decade by now, we will need to consume twice as much electricity. So with so many accords and so many developments, one has to ask, do we actually ask the right question in our manner how we want to move forward to solve the climate change? So is the question really, so we don't want to burn fossil fuel, now what else would we burn? The real question is, we don't want to burn fossil fuels, so what else can we do to have the same energy to satisfy the energy needs and not have GHG emissions? So what Agora does has these technologies where CO2 is always a raw material. And the output, at least one of the outputs, is electricity, but also there are collateral byproducts, carbon negative materials that are saleable. And our target is to build everything in a scalable and profitable manner. Today we have two technologies. One is what was the first, the CO2 redox flow battery. These are mega batteries generated multi-megawatt hours. And our CO2 reductive system, which is really a carbon and conversion system through a liquid phase. So just to see how our vision is, how the two play together, so we have the CO2 emission for an emitter. The first technology would be, we capture this from either air or from a flue gas. It's converted in the column. The first output would be hydrogen, clean hydrogen, and electro fuel. This electro fuel can go to a fuel cell that in turn generates electricity and pure hydrogen. The pure hydrogen that is coming out from this fuel cell is stored and sent to the battery. What is different here is that the capture part is actually energy positive. So the net is 230 kilowatt hour per ton of CO2 that is captured. And the battery will really store and release about 1.6 megawatt hour per ton of CO2 utilized. That's 9,000 kilometers of an EV driving range. Another aspect here is the profitability aspect. So from the capture part, by selling the additional products, we can make as much as $1,000 per ton of CO2 that is actually captured. So the narrative is not how to spend money for CO2 mitigation, but rather how to make these technologies profitable. So I went through the 3 stages of developments. The first part was very high risk with seeds and millions in grants, where we have to prove that, yes, you can have a battery that eats CO2 and generates a lot of electricity. And now we are at the stage where basically we are scaling up our modules. These are the final optimized modules that will comprise the bigger batteries that we will see in the field. That will be done by collaboration with JV partners. We are fundraising now. We are in the process of fundraising. Mainly, we look at strategic corporate collaborations, but also the Series A funding. And I want to end up by saying that over the last year, since we are here, we are recipients of many, many awards, which is nice. Accolades makes you go forward. But at the end of the day, really, you cannot win unless the environment is right. And part of this is, of course, Hello Tomorrow and Cartier Women's Initiatives that give us this platform. But also it's you in the audience who try to learn more and foster these technologies. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Christina. Please take a seat. Okay, so, I actually had some fun. I did a quick calculation, and between the three of you, we actually expect to see an annual reduction of about 440,000 tons of CO2 at full technology maturity. So that is the same amount if all 400 of us here is to take a trip around the world by plane 400 times. Now, isn't that wonderful? So thank you for doing everything that you do. But I must ask all three of you, what compelled your choice to become a deep tech impact entrepreneur and not just any entrepreneur? Addie, would you like to start?
Yes, I would say that Fabumin is our third venture, and all of our ventures are here to change the world, to make it something better, to leave a better future to our kids. And I think technology is a great tool to do that.
Indeed. Christine?
Well, from my perspective, isn't it fun to do something that nobody did? You just try it and try it. Well, you fail and fail and fail also, but it's extremely rewarding. It's hard, but it's rewarding, and it's motivating.
Yeah, the beauty of inventions, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. And Liv?
Yeah, for me personally, I'm a very mission-driven person. So I left the construction industry when I felt that the projects I was working on, even if it was with the sustainability strategies, actually didn't contribute to a more sustainable world. With the materials we used, we were a part of the problem. And it didn't align with my values, so I left to set up BioZeroc.
Amazing. We do need more entrepreneurs like the three of you. Please come and join us in our mission. So, the next question is for Liv. So, carbon is only part of the sustainability conversation. Are there any other benefits to your technology?
Yeah, as you say, you can't just reduce emissions and then expect everything to be fine and dandy if you don't look at the broader sustainability spectrum. Something that I am really passionate about and concerned about in the developments of the world is the freshwater usage in a broad range of industries and technologies. Concrete today use a lot of fresh waters. Our process doesn't actually consume the water that we have as a carrier for the bacterial nutrients. So we are looking at extracting and recirculating this, and as such, really minimize this.
Amazing. So that means that tomorrow, not only are we living in greener concrete buildings, we are also doing a part to contribute to the positive, sustainable cycle.
That's really what we want to achieve. As said, like reducing emissions is great, but it's not enough with where the world is today.
Yeah, and Eddie, so you are upcycling legume water into an egg substitute. So same question to you. Are there any other benefits to your technology?
First of all, it's very healthy because we offer egg substitutes. It's more good. It's better for the environment, and it's better for the consumers because there are some consumers that are allergic to eggs or contaminate maybe the production line can be contaminated by the salmonella or bird flu or even exposure to antibiotics. So we can use Fabomin as a good replacement, a good replacer in the egg industry, but we also can use it in other industries like cosmetics or microbiome industries. So it's really magical raw material that we can do tons of things with it.
So not only do we upcycle a waste material, we also bring benefits in dotted line to human health, to animal welfare,
Absolutely.
and also other
Everybody wins.
industry.
We
Everybody
recycle,
wins.
we recycle water, we can clean them, and we can offer egg replacement or another magical raw material that can replace other things. Absolutely.
That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Christina, so there is research ongoing for converting CO2 to synthetic fuels. So what are the advantages of the new business model that Agora is proposing to use CO2 for electrical energy storage instead?
Well, they have their place in certain domain, but let us not forget that the fuel means burning. So it's not the fossil fuels that are the problem. It's the burning, the emission of CO2. So whatever we do for the future, it has to be really transformative. So if we are going to an electrified world, we have to find a way to produce really inexpensive electricity. And we have to move away from our what we know and what we did so far. So I always make this analogy, back in the day, people were hunting whales because they needed fat to have to light their candles. Well, then the gas came along. So a revolution happened by really changing the entire spectrum and looking at the right angle. So they have their place, but I'm not sure if burning a synthetic fuel to emit more CO2 is the answer to the future.
So instead of generating more CO2 by burning synthetic fuel, you break the vicious cycle, you convert the CO2 directly into electricity.
Exactly.
That's brilliant. Okay, so my final question is, in a few words, what is the advice that you give to fellow entrepreneurs in deep tech? Eddie, we'll just go in this direction.
Never give up, I guess, because I was that close to give up, and another entrepreneurs just give me the motivation and told me, don't give up, never give up, because it will happen. Eventually, it's a roller coaster. It's a very difficult journey, but it will happen. And I really believe that we have a great offer to this world. We have a great solution. Yeah. I really believe it. So I guess this is what I have to say. If you believe in what you do, just don't give up.
Mm-hmm. And I think the human and social support that CWI is offering to the fellows is, like I said, invaluable, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Christina, what about you?
I think it's the same. Be resilient. Look at the long-term game. Make the baby steps necessary, but expect that there will be a lot of noise, a lot of disappointments. Nothing happens just like this. It's difficult because otherwise you'll have millions of people doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I guess if it's not difficult, it's not worth doing, isn't it?
Exactly. So you have to be resilient. You have to, go run with the punches and move on.
Mm-hmm. And
look at the goal.
Yeah, amazing. Liv.
Yeah, I would say if you're going into entrepreneurship, choose a topic that you really love.
Oh yeah.
If you were to look at my camera roll, it's all pictures of stone and concrete and floors and walls. I carry a backpack full of concrete wherever I go. Like, you have to really love it to spend so much time and grit in an industry.
Can't agree more with you. Yeah, and if I may, I would say my advice is to identify and protect your intellectual property earlier than later. So, thank you so much, Liv, Eddie, and Christina. All of you watching, thank you, Hello Tomorrow. Thank you, Cartier Women's Initiative. I think it's a very enlightening session. So, if you would like to learn more about the CWI program, please visit our website or follow us on LinkedIn. You can see the QR code over here. And the exciting news is that we'll be announcing our fellows for 2024 on the 17th of April. And so please linger around to network at the entrance if you have any questions for our fellows. And thank you very much. See you later.